Donald Trump and Russ Vought are trying to shut down the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB. This is the little agency that has returned more than $21 billion directly to people who've been cheated by giant banks and big corporations. Donald Trump promised to lower costs on day one, but here's how shutting down the CFPB is making life harder for you.
Consumer complaints are stacking up and going unaddressed.
You're not being protected against scams from payday lenders.
And veterans and members of the military were being targeted by scammers.
Now banks can charge you ridiculous overdraft fees. Before the president overturned the rule, the CFPB required banks to cap overdraft fees at $5.
In 2023, the CFPB helped to get one of my constituents her car title in a record 8 days after a car scam left her in a horrible loop. Under the Trump administration, there's no one there to give financial relief to Americans like her who deserve that relief.
We want to make sure that if you have a health emergency, you end up in the hospital for a long period of time, you have big bills that you can't immediately pay, that you don't get penalized for that on your credit score. But Trump reversed those efforts. And so now you're stuck with medical debt being put on your credit report.
The Trump CFPB just dropped a rule protecting your private data. So now your data can be sold to the highest bidder with no accountability and no recourse. The CFPB was working to hold student loan servicers that harassed student loan borrowers accountable for debt they didn't owe. But Trump dropped the case, letting them off scot-free.
The CFPB had an office dedicated to the tens of millions of seniors who get scammed and frauded disproportionately. And guess what happened to that office? Trump gutted it.
In 2008, we had the worst foreclosure crisis in the country. Mortgage lenders were taking advantage of homeowners.
President Trump has stated that his goal is to fully eliminate the CFPB because we're trying to get rid of waste, fraud, and abuse. The Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, led by Elon Musk, has been involved in efforts to halt the Bureau's operations. The CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, is responsible for protecting consumers in the financial sector by enforcing federal laws, regulating financial companies, banks, lenders, credit reporting agencies, supervising institutions, taking complaints, and providing financial education to ensure fair, transparent markets for products like mortgages, credit cards, and loans. Its main goal is to make financial markets work for Americans by preventing unfair, deceptive, or abusive practices and helping people make smart money choices.